So I want to show y'all a little bit of the study that I just started tonight. And God willing, I'll come live and do more in depth on it as I study more. And I want to study it more tomorrow, God willing, during work and maybe after work. But here's a little bit so far. And this is powerful, and some of you know this, but maybe just from another way. So I'm reading the book of Proverbs, and I'll try to guide you on how I found it. So I was yesterday or some time ago, I read Proverbs 12:14, and I wrote that down in my notes. So I'm gonna read it for you. So Proverbs 12:14, it says, "From the fruit of the mouth one is filled with good things, and manual labor has its reward." And now that's the whole verse, but I really just need the first part. From the fruit of the mouth one is filled with good things. That's all I need. And remember the Hebrew there. The first few letters or words, is really, really similar to what we're about to see. Okay, so that's Proverbs 12:14. And today I read Proverbs 13:2. And this one says, "From the fruit of their words, good persons eat good things." Now, good things isn't really in the Hebrew. But the last part of the verse says, "But the desire of the treacherous is for wrongdoing." So the first part is really similar to the last verse. Remember I said, remember the Hebrew. The first three words are almost the same. So I'll just say it this time, because when we're finna go, it's going to be similar too. So in Hebrew, it's ma pare, pa, not pa, pay, tube, ayash. But I think they reordered it there, because what I'm about to show you is going to be a little different soon. But keep this in mind. Those words are all almost the same, just reorganized. And the final word at the end on the right for eat, right under eat, is ya akal. So it's a little different, but now from this part, I wanted to stop and do a study, because I'm like, this sounds like what I read in Proverbs 12:14. So I cross-referenced it with my notes, wrote that down, and I wanted to know how many other verses are similar, have the first few words the same. And this is where the study began or started. So I highlighted and copied, and I was looking at those first three letters, not letters, words. And as you can see, they all have the same beginning. Ma pare, pay, ayash. And then the rest of it kind of changes. And it's only in three verses. So I didn't want to zoom out that far away. Sorry about that. But we got Proverbs 12:14, 13:2, and 18:20. So I'm like, okay, I see it in Hebrew for 18:20, but what does it say in English? So I went to it in English. And this is Proverbs 18:20. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. So it says, "From the fruit of the mouth, one's stomach or stomach is satisfied. The yield of the lips brings satisfaction." The next verse is even, it goes with it too. It's good. "Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruits." Pare. So very powerful, right? And this is all in the same category. So that's kind of where I stopped for night one with the study. And let's see, tomorrow, God willing, I'll do more. But that's kind of all I got so far. I want to meditate on it. And I'm going to just see if there's anything else similar So I've been tracking down the word fruit. Fruit can be translated, it comes from the Hebrew, this one comes from the Hebrew word pareh, but I noticed that this word can be translated as reward, produce, and it can be from the fruit of the ground, fruit of the womb. It can be stuff like that. And ultimately, I stopped around Proverbs 18:21 because that was just really, really good to connect with it. If you can't see this clear, it's because it's from my projector. I may need to try to make it more clear, but yeah. So anyway, that's a little bit of my study. I don't know if I need to share anything else. I think I did a decent job or a good job showing y'all like how I got to that point. But yeah, I want to meditate on it more because it's basically showing that the fruits of your mouth or words can be good. And the verses are right there too. So they basically say the fruit of the mouth, well, I have to reword it now, from the fruit of the mouth, one is filled with good. And even though it's worded a little different in verse 2, it says from the fruit of their words, which words can be translated as mouth too. So it depends on how you translate it. But from the fruit of their words, good persons eat. And good isn't really in the Hebrew there, so I don't really have to say it. So, but it's kind of going in the same category. And then verse 20 is real good. From the fruit of the mouth, one's stomach is satisfied. The yield of the lips brings satisfaction. Satisfaction. Oh man, I just made a new word. But anyway, death and life are in the power of the tongue, verse 21. And those who love it will eat its fruits. And then even 27:18, I read some of it. It says, anyone who tends a fig tree will eat its fruit. And it's just interesting. I feel good reading all that, and I want to meditate on it. To me, it's powerful. But anyway, that's my little study. I want to look more into it and see what all I can find related to this, the fruit of the mouth, and how one can be filled with good things, or I didn't say it properly, from the fruit of the mouth, one is filled with good things. It goes back to meditating and speaking pure. I need that scripture. Yeah, I need that. I hope I won't forget. So I need to find that one that I just said. It's a scripture that goes something like this: meditate on pure things, heavenly things. I need to find that one. And it goes with meditating on righteous things, positive things, things like that'll help you be built up in faith and in the spirit. And yeah, it goes with that. And it kind of goes with chanting and repeating things that's positive, like love, faith, or things like have faith, don't doubt, repeating that over and over and over. Yeah, I love it. All right, I'm out of here. Peace be to the saints.